Hello, hi, all CDCS aspirants. Today's topic you might have seen by now, that standard terms and conditions applied by a bank in LC application form. Now see this, what do I mean by this? If you see my earlier sessions, all of you kindly watch the earlier sessions also. Very important sessions are taken on the same channel, CDCS Adda247. Don't miss this channel. All the important terms related to trade finance are covered over here. All of them. So don't miss this. Join it, subscribe to the channel. Free, isn't it? Freedom. So subscribe to this channel. Importantly remember, when you standard terms and conditions applied for, so what are these? If you check my earlier sessions, they are related to applicant, buyer and the seller, applicant and the bank. What all are the clarities required? Today we'll go a step forward. This step forward means it will be what should be the important terms and conditions which the bank should put. Bank should put in this, in the LC application form, so that there is a bank is safe. Now look at this. I am not only talking from the angle of the bank. I will be talking from the angle of the customer also. Customer should also be safe. It should be a win-win situation. So let's start with the topic. Okay. Very small presentation. Okay. Very small slides. Okay, only 2 slides. The standard terms and conditions applied by a bank in its application form or format, including indemnification clauses, usually seek to evidence the applicant's acknowledgement. At least that. Now see this, all these words, I'll just break these words first. The standard terms and conditions which are there in the application form. Every bank has a LC application form, right? So in that LC, not only LC, it can be for standby also, it can be for guarantee also. So the terms and conditions which are standard ones, which are used throughout the industry. Standard means what? Throughout the industry. Applied by a bank in its application form or format, including indemnification clause. This word is very important. Indemnification means what? The applicant gives you an indemnity in writing in that form only. He'll sign over here, he or she will sign, the company will sign, and they will indemnify you for any losses which will happen in future because of this LC in any other country, because of some laws, regulations, right? So that indemnification clause is always there. Then usually seek to evidence applicant's acknowledgement. This is also very important. If I get the acknowledgement of the client signs on it that I agree to all these. If tomorrow some court case happens, then bank can go in the court showing this. Now, I'm talking this, I have told from the banker side, but many of the viewers of or many of the applicants of CDCS, they are non-bankers also. Many companies are also having CDCS employees, right? So from company's point of view or from the customer's point of view, from their point of view also, this is very important. Because if some tomorrow bank does not do any of these things, customer can go to the court stating that, see, this I had signed and these were the terms and conditions. So it is for the benefit of both. See, many trade finance is not related to banking only. CDCS is not related to banking only. Anyone can give CDCS, means even the private companies give CDCS, right? Employees give it. So acknowledgement is very important. Even the banker, see, banker has given me, they are directly acknowledging it. Okay? So what are those? Let's see one by one. The documentary credit will be issued subject to UCP 600. Clear? Banks don't deal in any LC other than UCP 600 nowadays. Okay. So this is good from both the angles, bank's angle also and customer's angle also. Because here there are certain commodities like oil or some other commodity in which somebody might be tilted to move out of UCP and design their own conditions. Because here, after all, LC is supreme. Whatever conditions I put in the LC are supreme. So I might be tilted, or I might be more towards leaning towards getting those conditions which are outside the purview of UCP. So those are to be avoided from both the sides, banker side also and the customer side also. Okay. All necessary insurance will be arranged by the buyer depending on the Incoterm. Now it depends. If the buyer is having, if the Incoterm is FOB, right, then it will be arranged by the buyer. If the Incoterm changes, CIF or CIF is mainly, then the insurance will be taken by the seller, isn't it? So depending on the Incoterm, but bank should inculcate in it in this form that Incoterm is FOB, CIF, CFR, whatever, DDP, all the Incoterms will give it in writing. We'll also put a clause, insurance will be given by, means insurance by, okay, and what is the percentage of insurance? So everything should be mentioned. See, if you have clarity in the account opening form or the LC opening form, 99% of the cases get solved. Okay. Any necessary government regulations will be complied with, right? Means whatever government says, local government or their government, other parties' government. See, two countries are involved over here, right? So government over here or government over there, or not only these two, from wherever the ship is passing, those countries also sometimes have their own regulations. So those also. So any government regulations, again, those will be followed by the applicant. Means applicant will know this, that so and so thing will exist. Okay. Either see, it can happen that applicant may not be, because after all, applicant is a buyer. You are a simple buyer. So how will you know this? You will contact the shipping company. Shipping company will know this because they are in the regular business on that route, isn't it? The applicant will reimburse the issuing bank for any payments made under the credit. Very clear. The applicant will reimburse the issuing bank. If tomorrow there is a payment, after all, see, LC means there will be documents will reach the issuing bank and they have to pay if they are correct. So who will pay? Bank will not pay from its own pocket. Okay, bank will pay from your pocket, your account. So you need to give this indemnity that you will reimburse. Bank, customer will reimburse the bank. Generally what happens means for one-off customers, one-off I am talking, for one-off customers, banks take 110% FD only for one-off. But if it's a regular LC customer, if the customer is having a regular LC account, then this 110% sometimes is waived. Now it depends on bank and the applicant. That is outside the purview of this UCP 600. That is not in the purview of UCP 600. Okay, the relationship between the bank, issuing bank, and the applicant. Okay. The applicant recognizes that the bank has no liability or responsibility for the form, sufficiency, accuracy, genuineness, or falsification of the documents as detailed in Article 34. So, if the documents are fake, but they are, see, prima facie they are looking correct. If I get an invoice, prima facie I am saying that invoice, all the terms are correct. I am getting this bill of lading. Prima facie this means I am able to see that it's bill of lading. But if it is issued fake, then bank is not responsible. Bank will act in a good faith. So this line means that, and we need to add this in the application form. the applicant recognizes that the bank has no liability or responsibility for form sufficiency, accuracy, genuineness or falsification of documents. Okay, as far as they are as per the terms and conditions of LC, bank will accept them as they are. Got it? The applicant agrees to pay all the charges and costs designated for its account and those not paid by the beneficiary. Means if there is some charges to be paid by the applicant, obviously applicant will pay. But if there is some charge to be paid by the Benny side, seller side, and the Benny doesn't pay, then the responsibility comes on the applicant only. Right? Then the responsibility comes on applicant. Got it? So these were the important terms and conditions which you need to add as a banker in the LC application form. And if you are the customer, you need to see that these conditions are there and prepare yourself. See, because as I told you, those watching this lecture are not only bankers, they are private companies, they are the consumers also or customers also, right? So both of you should be aware. Now, before going everyone, we at Adda247 have the CDCS courses. Okay, the CDCS courses are there at Adda247. Kindly watch the CDCS courses and join them. Okay, the courses are available, say this, CDCS. Okay, certificate for certification, certificate for documentary credit specialist. Okay, so this course you need to apply and you need to clear it if you want to grow in trade finance. Let you be in bank or non-bank. Okay, this course will give the clarity. All the UCP, ISP, ISBP, URR, EUCP, everything is covered in the course. Okay, first you study the course, then you give the exam. All the 5 elements are included over here. Plus your case studies are included. Whatever come in the exam, similar ones they are included. 5 full-length mock tests you have. 5 full-length mock tests. Subject-wise separate questions we have. All the video lectures cover everything. Everything. You won't have a single doubt about any of these 5 UCP, ISBP, ISP, URR, EUCP. And AML also. Okay. Now many of you will say, sir, fees is high. But I'll give you a code. Remember this code. Vishal sir, VISHALSIR, Vishal sir, 50. Okay, click on apply. See this, half, 50% discount. Now some of you might not be able to give this in one stroke. It happens because we are all salaried persons. So in that case, we have installment options. For that you need to call on this number. Any doubt, you call on this number 919240023281. Don't forget this number. Call on this. And subscribe to the channel which you are watching right now. Click on the bell icon. Okay? Bye.